Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. It is May 12th, and I am co owner of Texas Sisters Press, CJ Peterson, and I'm here with a brand new author, Jeff Cregg. Say hi.
Hello.
So, we're going to be talking about his brand new release called An Emergent Truth. But before we do, I want to let everybody know that next Tuesday, the 17th, we're going to have his book launch. It's going to be the same place that you found this. We'll be on Facebook Live, we'll be on LinkedIn, and we'll be live on YouTube. You can comment as you want, and then next week during the show, we'll have prizes if you comment, and we'll be able to spin the wheel of names and have all sorts of fun. After all, it's a party, right? So, Emergent Truth. Mr. Jeff Craig, first of all, explain to people who you are.
I'm a retired software developer in the oil and gas, well, was in the oil and gas industry, and I've been a science fiction fan since about 8 years old. The movie 2001: Space Odyssey was, I guess, the inspiration for my interest in that field.
Hmm.
And by the time I got to high school, I always entertained the thought of the desire to write something, but never got around to it. Life got in the way, and
It usually does.
you know about 5 years ago, I finally decided to put pen to paper. Well, the fingers to keyboard, I guess that would be it now.
Awesome. So, where did you get the idea for An Emergent Truth?
That's a kind of a good question. I've always, like I said, I'm a software developer by trade, so I kind of understand how software lives and dies and what goes into writing software. And with the last 10 years or so, 15 years, all this interest in artificial intelligence has been kind of a side interest of mine because there's a lot of presumed truths that are behind artificial intelligence, and I just wanted to kind of shed my experience in software in that field, that realm, kind of expose the truth about what actually computers can and cannot do.
Hmm.
And I wanted to do that in a science fiction realm, science fiction backdrop.
Okay, so the basic premise is don't give away too much. No spoilers.
Okay.
Just the basic premise of it is how would you explain to give it like the 30-second elevator pitch?
It's a murder mystery surrounding intelligent design and artificial intelligence.
Interesting. So is the creator being hunted by the created or
The creator is hunted, but not by the creator,
okay,
by other nefarious characters.
who want the created?
So I'm sorry, what? Say
Who
that again.
want the created?
Yes,
Got
exactly.
it.
Yes, when you're that high profile and you create something that everyone thinks is another conscious being, of course you put yourself in the crosshairs of a lot of other shady characters.
So
So
how long did it take you to come up with the concept for this book? You mentioned you were an IT guy, so I'd imagine not overly long, but
not really. I mean, I finally decided, I've got this loose plot in my head. I thought, okay, how do I tie in that uh, that aspect of the artificial intelligence with a decent science fiction plot, and also bring in the reality of what computers can and cannot do. It really didn't take that long to detach the overall plot. The details, on the other hand, took many months. I'm sure as a writer, you know about all that, right, CJ?
well, yes and no. There are usually two types of writers. There's planners and pantsers. I tell people that Lydia and I are like poster children for one of each. I am a poster child for the pantsers, which means I literally sit down, pray, and type, and it all just keeps flowing. I never know how the story is going to end. I never know how, for the first 13 books, I didn't even come up with the concept of the characters crossing over storylines until I was into the second series. I thought, oh, hey, that's a pretty good idea. So, you know, I'm a pantser to the nth degree. For 13, no, 13, for 13 books, I had basically 3 pages of notes. That was it. Meanwhile, Lydia puts up like the butcher paper, the post it notes. I have a friend, Jana, who doesn't mind me sharing this, but she has like post it notes of different colors. So those are like, those are planners. So it sounds like you're a bit of a planner.
I had one Word doc that was, I think, one, maybe 2 pages long with just bullet points.
Mhm.
just so that I wouldn't. My brain tends to be like Swiss cheese after a while, just as reminders. And I thought my mode of thinking is that, okay, if I just capture the essence of a thought, I can come back later and hash out the details, which took a lot longer than I anticipated.
Unfortunately, it usually does.
Yeah.
So, do you have any ideas for your next book?
I I do and I don't. I'd like to do a sequel to this.
Mhm.
Question is, sequels have a nasty reputation of always being setting an expectation that can't be met. But I don't know if we'll see. I mean, do have a fairly good idea, but I just need to let it percolate, I guess.
Okay.
Ruminate.
So, before we go any further, we're going to go ahead and reveal the cover, and I'd like you to talk about that for just a little bit.
Okay.
So, we have,
It,
hold on, hold on, hold
okay.
on. Here we go. There we go. Everybody see it? Can you see it?
I can.
Okay, awesome. Where did you come up with the concept for this?
Obviously it's Rodin's a digitized version of Rodin's Thinker is the main image, and that is a central portion of the plot in the book.
Mhm,
There is a character, so to speak, named Rodin, Rodin,
mhm,
and that is the artificial intelligence aspect of the plot. The other the picture elements in there, well, the object that he's looking at on in front of him is central to the plot. It's not as key as the Rodin thinker object, but it does play into it.
mhm.
And the solar eclipse above it also plays a role in the plot. So I don't know how much detail beyond that you want me to go into.
That's probably good enough to start.
Okay.
So we're pretty excited. So next week is going to be your official book launch. So you do alternative social medias. Let's talk about that real quick before we take off here.
Mhm.
You're not on the standard Facebook link. Well, you are on LinkedIn, but Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What are your social medias that people can find you on?
Uh, I'm on. Well, that was the thing I needed to look for. I have them. Give me just a second.
LinkedIn,
It,
Parlor, and Gab.
LinkedIn, Parlor, and Gap. Do you want the URLs to those, or
I can actually
I'm
share them.
I'm author Jeff Cregg at Parlor, I'm pretty sure, and on actually on Rumble as well.
There you go.
Yeah, there. Okay, there we
There
go.
you go.
So yeah, I'm author Jeff Cregg on Parlor. On Gab, I'm just JC Cregg, and on LinkedIn, I'm Jeff Cregg.
Awesome.
Okay.
And your site itself is
Is the square?
it is down at the bottom. Author Jeff Craig.
Yes.
Author JEFFCREGG dot square dot site.
Mhm.
And when the book launches, where can they find it?
On Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and Kindle.
Awesome. Well, I'm super excited. We have some fun people coming with us next time. My sister Lydia is going to be on here. I'll be on here. Jeff will be here. He'll be back, obviously, because it's his book. We're going to have other guests, Ethan Cooper and Mike Wigington. And we're all bringing with us a little special gift to give away. So you need to come back, pay attention, and make sure to comment. That's next Tuesday, May 17th at 6 p.m. Central Time. Same time, same place you found us today.